SIPS 2022 will be having medical symposia with 3 distinct topics that will treat various subjects. The first symposium is about oxidative stress, and is dedicated to Professor Toshikazu Yoshikawa, who is now President of Japan Anti-Aging Foundation and President of Louis Pasteur Institute in Japan. Nobel laureate Professor Farid Murad will be talking about the role of nitric oxide and cyclic GMP in drug discovery and development. Professor Nektarios Tavernarakis will be talking about the molecular links between aging and neurodegeneration. Professor Toshikazu Yoshikawa will describe his lifetime achievements in his long career in oxidative stress and anti-aging. Dr. Haruhiko Inufusa will be speaking about antioxidant treatment for sleep apnea, COVID-19 infections, infertility, and long COVID and mRNA vaccine side effects. Dr. Naomi Okada will be speaking about the antioxidant Twendee and cancer treatment. Dr. Hiroshi Ichikawa will be talking about how to improve the bactericidal activity of human neutrophils. Professor Christian Amator will be speaking about new intracellular measurements of RAS and RNS in single living cells, as well as the implications for a possible mechanism of Alzheimer's disease. Dr. Alexander Olejnik will speak about modeling detection of biomolecules with enzymatic electrodes, as well as quantitative measurements of subquantal glutamate release of neurons. Dr. Yoshiaki Harakawa will be talking about the effect of antioxidant Twendee on radiation-induced oxidative stress, as well as the potential for antioxidant therapy for diabetes and diabetic complications. Dr. Koji Abe will present the antioxidative approach to prevent Alzheimer's type of dementia. Dr. Shigeru Hirano will talk about oxidative stress and hearing problems, as well as discuss antioxidant Twendee. Dr. Koji Fukui will speak on how Twendee improves cognitive function in vitamin E deficient mice. Dr. Fuhua Yang will discuss the involvement, role and use of antioxidants in immunity, high intake of alcohol, chronic fatigue syndrome and cancer cells. Dr. A.C. Mateen will talk about the role of bacterial antioxidant. Dr. Marilia Goulart, along with other co-authors, will be presenting a bioanalysis of placenta and umbilical cord. Dr. Kiki Hu, along with co-authors, will discuss how to understand the physiological roles of oxidative stress-induced granules using micro and nanoelectrochemical measurements. Dr. Hironori Nakagami will be evaluating the impact of nicotinamide mononucleotide on diabetic patients. Lastly, we have Dr. Yaichiro Sugiyama and their co-authors will be looking at the effect of antioxidant Twendee in guinea pigs. The second symposium will be about new technological innovations in medicine. Professor Avram Hershko will be speaking about impact of basic research on innovation in health-related industries. Dr. Shinichi Hori will be describing the science and technology behind non-invasive cancer therapy, developed by him, as well as many successes achieved during the years in fighting cancer. Dr. Osamu Kimura will describe the science behind the novel immunotherapy treatment of cancer, developed by him, and its many successes achieved in making the cancer disappear from the human body. Dr. Kyuya Nakagawa will be talking about moisture sorption kinetics for lyophilized glassy formulations. Dr. Dev Arya will be speaking about antibiotics that evade bacterial resistance mechanisms. Dr. Jeff Currit will be looking at the neurofibrillary tangle formation in relation to Alzheimer's. Dr. Shozo Yanagita will discuss the theory of iodine therapy for prevention and healing of influenza. Dr. Menahem Gutman will go over the computational reconstruction of multi-step reactions. Dr. Nguyen Tran will be speaking about an innovative cardiac assist device for treating end-stage heart failure. Dr. Mauro Ferrari will talk about transport oncophysics and silicon-based medicine. Dr. John Ioannidis will be discussing the evolution of science in terms of reproducibility and transparency. Dr. Pin Chaz Mandel will speak about the practical implementations of quantum medicine, as well as review a number of medical devices, protocols, and technologies which are utilized by doctors practicing advanced integrative medicine. Dr. Maria Kadash will talk about a potent agent against atherosclerosis. Lastly, Dr. Esther Nakhlil will speak about the nanoscale heterogeneity of biostructures. The third symposium is about COVID-19 and other infectious diseases and their implications for sustainable development. Professor Aaron Kikanover will be talking about the bioethical challenges of COVID-19. Dr. William A. Petrie will be taking a look at drivers of COVID-19 severity, as well as how immunoglobulin G against SARS relate to symptom onset and viral load. Dr. Hossein Khalili will talk about steps towards sustainable development and transformed healthcare. Dr. João Ricardo Ribas will speak about COVID-19 and perspectives on human tragedy. Dr. Sandeep Kumar Vashist will speak about trends, Insights and future directions towards a good pandemic response. Dr. Luke Hens will discuss the environmental and sustainability aspects of the COVID pandemic. Dr. Dogan Özdemir will talk about COVID-19 symptoms and protective strategies. Finally, Dr. Gregory Koroblev will speak about S-curves and entropic conditions of system stabilization. Be sure to attend, as this is the first time the field of medicine will be given such great attention, in relation to the goals we have surrounding sustainability.